economic growth in the district of St. Croix. Fortunately for the people of St. Croix, the St. Croix senators work together. It's true. We communicate through email, and in this legislature, we have been very fortunate to have been included in discussions regarding the budget and other financial issues. And regardless of whether you're in the minority or in the majority, we have been extremely interested in working together for the common and the greater good of the district of St. Croix. And so, for example, one of the legislations that I have discussed with my colleagues was taking the settlement that would be derived from the natural resource damage claims, which Jovensa was a party of, and using that money solely for the development of economic projects on the island of St. Croix. And so it is an ongoing conversation. There are a number of other initiatives that my colleagues, for example, Senator Nelson has his Virgin Islands Reconstruction Act, and a number of other initiatives that the senators sitting here will talk to you about. But I want to reassure you that the St. Croix senators in this legislature have worked together particularly for development in the island of St. Croix. Thank you.
Proceed. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Samuel Sanes, and I want to thank the panelists for the questions. One of the things that we have done together is to actually establish here on the island of St. Croix a fiber optic school to educate our individuals, our people, to become certified in fiber optics. At this time, we're graduating 39 individuals from the island of St. Croix who have a certificate that is recognized on a national level in terms of fiber optics. A few other initiatives that we have established, and when I say we, one senator cannot do it by themselves. I've gotten the support of my St. Croix colleagues, and we have put forward revenues to bring back the Lorraine fishing market. That is to enhance our fishing industry here. One of the other things that I'm working on is the Agriculture and Livestock Protection Act. This is very important because one of the reasons why our agricultural and livestock industry have decreased is because of the insurance. So what this act is going to do, this act is actually going to decrease the cost of insurance for these farmers that want to raise livestock. One of the other initiatives that we're working on is actually bringing back the island dairies, which was a staple of our industry here. So we're working on that, and another one that we're working on is called the PAC. In other words, we have an air charter industry company in Florida who wants to establish airlines directly to St. Croix, not directly to the Virgin Islands, directly to St. Croix. One of the things that we need here is to increase the numbers of visitations in order to increase revenues. Thank you very much.
Good evening. I'm Kenneth Giddens. First of all, let me thank Almighty and thank you for your vote of confidence. I also want to thank the GERS task force for putting this together. To answer the question, since the Jovensa closing and the vote that we took in the Senate with regards to the fourth extension amendment, yes, I have discussed on several occasions a number of issues with regards to the economic stability of the Virgin Islands, and in particular St. Croix. One of the things that I've been discussing with a couple of my colleagues is in conjunction with the Paulie Joseph Stadium to work a plan with the 100-room hotel with a 25-meter swimming pool and conference center. In addition, I've also written to a number of outside entities to include the Oprah Winfrey Network, Ellen Network, a number of airlines so that we can get direct airlifts into and out of St. Croix, and a number of other outside entities that will bring increased revenues to the St. Croix district. Thank you.
Good afternoon. My name is Diane Capehart, freshman senator. Thank you for your attendance today. And thank you for the GRS task force for seeing the importance of having us out to talk about what we plan to do for the people of St. Croix. Since I've been a first-time senator, I've met collectively with my colleagues on initiatives like after the Hiovences vote. I've been strongly talking to my colleagues as far as the strategic location of our transshipment port. This is so important as the Panama Canal opens in 2014, 2015, that expansion. We are such in a great location here in the St. Croix that we can take opportunities of this. You're going to have other places like Puerto Rico, our neighboring island, who see the importance of a transshipment port. So I hope that we can continue to work together as a team to see the importance of a transshipment port. Also, I have a bill, bill number 30-3438, which will actually help individuals who are contractors here in the territory. You and I know that there are many jobs given away that our local contractors can actually do the job. So this Preferred Bidders Act would actually help them to give them the tool to be able to apply and get these jobs, and there would be no more excuses that they're not bonded, they can't do this job. So this act, and I hope my colleagues would support this legislation. As a matter of fact, I'm meeting next week with SBA, Property and Procurement, and myself with an initiative that I started to get these different entities to make sure that these contractors have the tool to apply for some of these jobs so they can actually do the jobs. We just recently had the, thank you.
Good afternoon. I am happy to be here and invited by the task force, the GERS task force. The question was, have I met with colleagues regarding economic turnaround since Ovence's closing? First of all, excuse me, my name is Terrence Positive Nelson. I am a fifth-term senator here in the St. Croix district. Have I met with senators regarding economic turnaround? Yes. I have proposed a plan. It's called the Virgin Islands Infrastructure Reconstruction Plan. It really points to refunding our bonds and infusing money into our stimulus and into our energy plan. We cannot have what's really stopping economic turnaround here in the territory, from small business to large businesses or corporations, is the cost of energy. Until we really attack the cost of energy by moving towards constructing a new energy plan, we will always have this problem about economic development. So the proposal goes towards acquiring the St. Croix Renaissance property and building a new publicly owned power facility on that plan, as well as other manufacturing that can go right there at that Renaissance property, along with infusing dollars to GERS so they can do some investment and invest in our local infrastructure, i.e. the underground piping from sewage to potable water. We cannot continue to build on a weak infrastructure. We have to prep the house for the development which we seek. So we've spoken, there are many initiatives on the table. I've spoken about the St. Croix Renaissance. I do believe that GERS need to make investments such as nursing homes or retirement communities. There's a lot of money in that area as well as waste, and it can also help your members. So we've met, and I do believe it's just a matter of us getting consensus, but we have transmitted a letter to the owner of St. Croix Renaissance to begin negotiations to see what it might cost us. I do believe it's important that we acquire St. Croix Renaissance properties. Thank you very much. I'm happy to be here.